Hey guys, it's me, cyoubx, and there's a lot of camera shake in this one because I'm holding the camera. This would be my relaxation video for this time period. It's not really a week. But anyway, this is a cube collection video that everyone wants to see. I'm not really going to edit too much. We're just going to go right for it. Not really organized in any particular way, as you can see. Basically, all of these cubes are just cubic type puzzles. Over here we have things that just don't matter. And then those are mains. I might have a separate video for main cubes. If you want to see a separate video for my mains, you can just leave a comment below, but I'll be showing them in both videos if I do make a separate one just for the mains. In this video I'm also going to be talking about the ShengShou 4x4 version 4, and yeah, but just briefly. Okay, so let's just go over here first. This is a snake. I got it off the streets in Taiwan. I think it was like $2. It's really nice, except that it's kind of a useless puzzle. Rubik's Revolution, it's not really that special. Broken Rubik's Magic, I tried restringing it, except I only had like 5 strings or something, so clearly it didn't really work. This is another Rubik's Snake. This is like the actual Rubik's Snake, but keychain size. It's really loose. That's what I said? No, never mind, that's weird. This is a mini Maru, which is actually like pretty much one of the best keychain cubes. I think I solved it once because it's more of a novelty item than anything else. It's nice though. Oh, just a quick note. These are not all of my cubes. I've lost a couple. I think they're in my house somewhere, but I have no idea where. So it's not in this video. Here, this is a Zhanchi. This is the old Zhanchi with the old plastic. It's really smooth and creamy, but I don't like it because I'm weird. It's nice though. Whitlong, hate this cube. It's like the worst thing ever. Alpha 3F. It's actually not that bad. If you average like 30 seconds, A3F might be worth checking out. This is like my first, actually Diansheng was my first speed cube. This was the second one. This is a Maru DIY. Got this in Taiwan as well. It's blue and it's sexy and I love this cube. I still use it quite a bit. This is, I think, the version 2 DIY. I don't really know the difference between the two as far as pieces go, but this one definitely is faster and crispier, whereas this is smooth. And the stickers are a little bit different as well. Of course, this has fluorescent shades with Maru stickers. It's nice. Store-bought. I have a lot of store-boughts, but I lost most of them. This one's pretty good. It doesn't really cut corners, but it's kind of fast and smooth, I guess. Landland 2x2. I just got this. This is not for me. This is for my mom. If you guys don't know, my mom can solve 2x2, 3x3, Pyraminx, and Megaminx. So, bet your mom can't do that. This is actually not mine. This is my friend's YJ 3x3. It's actually one of my favorite 3x3s of all time, and it's generally what I recommend for beginners because it's like $7. And a hawk. Oh, hawk just flew past my window. One sec. Okay, the hawk is gone. That was kind of cool though. Anyway, yeah, really like this cube. It's like $7, and it's actually quite decent. This is the plasma cube. I actually really like this cube. The more I use it, the more I like it. I'm not going to be using this at Toronto Open 2012, but I could. I just haven't used this as much as the CamCube or Zhanchi at this point, but it is a nice cube. This is the old Guhong, like the really old Guhongs with the old plastic when they first came out, with the black hardware. It's gummy, it's super smooth, but in my opinion, it's kind of rubbery, slow, and disgusting, so I don't like it. This is the quote-unquote cyoubx Guhong. I have no idea what to call it. It's the Guhong version 1 with the new plastic and the new hardware. Really love this cube. Kind of debating whether or not I want to use this for Toronto Open, or if I want to use a CamCube or Zhanchi. I still think this is like one of the best cubes that I have, and I love it. I already showed that. Sticker cube. This was my first Rubik's cube. It's really bad, obviously. Actually, most of the pieces at this point are cracked / gone, and it's being held together with tape. Like, I made pieces out of tape. Long story, basically it's not working too well. MF8 Square 1 version 2, this is the white one. It's not that great. So slow. I don't know. I think the black one's better. Here, this is like also one of my favorite cubes ever because it's Sarah's Alpha 5. Enough said. This is the Guhong version 2. I used this at Minnesota Open 2012, got 3rd place with it. It's a good cube, but for me it's a little bit slow. I'm kind of into fast cubes right now. This is the Li Pao 3x3. Got this in Taiwan as well. Pretty good cube. I don't have a Rubik's DIY, but I think it's a knockoff of that. The pieces definitely look like just a regular store-bought, and the center caps kind of look like the Rubik's DIY as well. It's a nice cube, it just pops a lot. YJ 5x5, this is the version 1, which is the East Sheen knockoff. Of course, it was put in a V-Cube type box. I don't know, YJ is just... I don't like YJ, except for their 3x3. Their 3x3 is quite good. Black MF8 Square 1 version 2, this one I do like quite a bit. Although I kind of suck at Square 1, so don't take my word for it. This is like even better than the Alpha 5. This is also from Sarah, and this was her first DIY, so yes, I keep this in a box so that it doesn't collect dust, and yeah. Yep. Lun Hoi, amazing cube. I seriously love this cube. This is from a math competition. They were giving stuff out. This is actually a really decent 3x3. It's pretty big too. If you take something like, well, the Whitlong's kind of small, but you can see it's pretty big. I think it's the same size as a Rubik's 4x4. This is a transparent Maru 2x2. It's terrible, but it's better than the Ice Cube, which I have but lost. So yeah. Here it's my one and only stickerless cube. It's a Guhong, and I love it. I wish stickerless cubes could be competition legal. Here is not a V-Cube 3. This is a Sheng that I stickered. I cut the vinyl stickers myself. I went to, I think, like Joann's or Michael's, and I bought the vinyl. It's a good cube. I think Shengs are like seriously underrated. I got this for $2 off the streets in Taiwan. It's a really good cube. I don't think this is the mini one because it's pretty much the same size as everything else. This is the V-Cube 7. I kind of like this more than the ShengShou. I think the ShengShou is better, and I definitely wouldn't recommend getting the V-Cube, but using both, I like the size of the V-Cube more, and I actually like the turning of the V-Cube more as well. I think it's crispier. But the pops really annoy me, and the ShengShou doesn't pop for me, so that's why I use that. This is a Li Pao 4x4. From what I know, I think it's an East Sheen 4x4 knockoff. I don't really know. It certainly looks like an East Sheen, and I think the mechanism is the same. I'm talking a lot. Let's keep going. Rubik's 4x4. Pro tip, do not lube it with silicone spray. It makes the pieces super loose, and it just catches a lot. This is, I think, 25th anniversary Rubik's Cube that I de-stickered, which was very stupid of me. It turns really well, and it corner cuts like over a piece. Unfortunately, it also pops. So, yeah. QJ Megaminx version 2. This is my mom's. She can solve it almost better than me because I don't do Megaminx. This is a V-Cube 5. It's gummy, but it's really smooth, and I actually really like this 5x5. In my opinion, V-Cubes actually are better than ShengShou's. It's just that it's kind of hard to explain. V-Cubes take a lot of work to make really good, but they have a better max potential than ShengShou's, if that makes any sense. Yeah. XQ4, I got this from Chris Olsen. It's amazing, because he broke this in so much. And, it just pops kind of a lot, so that's why I don't use it. Maru 4x4, also one of my top 10 favorite cubes of all time. And the outer layers are so amazing. They're like, I don't know, I'm still sick, so if my voice cracks, that's why. But yeah, the Maru 4x4, use it at cyoubx 2011. Back then I sucked at 4x4 more than I do now, so I did not get very good times. I think it was like a 116 average. VCube 2, one of the best 2x2s out there. I'm not gonna lie. The Whitlong is better, but VCube 2 is not bad at all. So that's actually it for like general cubes, at least the ones that I can find. We're going to go over to mains now, and these are all the cubes that I'm going to be bringing to Toronto Open 2012. A lot of you guys are going, that's awesome. So what you should do is, if you see me, you should say hi, because I'm not going to be the one to break the ice. I'm a terrible icebreaker. I just make things awkward, and once I meet Sarah, that will be like the epitome of awkwardness. And if you have a camera, you might want to not film, because that would be weird. Anyway, enough of that talk. We're not going to talk about that. You're not going to leave anything about that in the comments, because if you do, I'm going to downvote your comment. Very threatening, I know. This is the Great Guhong from Canadian Cube Shop. I will have a review on this probably after Toronto Open. Other 3x3s that I actually am planning to use as mains, CamCuber Zanchi will probably be the main. cyoubx Zanchi will be the backup, because they feel the same, but this one just is better. It doesn't really make sense, but yeah. So main, backup, possibly main / backup. 2x2, I don't think I've done an average since Minnesota Open 2012. But yeah, this is a WIT 2, not even lubed, I think. I don't know. No, I definitely lubed this. Don't know with what though. Don't make any dirty comments. 4x4. I will explain the version 3 and version 4 right now. So here we go. When I bought this, I bought both of them off of the Cubicle. Actually, I think this one I won from a contest. I don't really remember, but they're both from the Cubicle. And this was listed as the version 3. However, it's not. It's actually the version 4. And the difference between the two is, if you take out the centerpieces, the version 3 has a peg, the version 4 does not. And so if you look at yours and you're asking what peg, or what does the peg look like, chances are you have the version 4, because if you have the version 3, the peg is very obvious, and I don't think you would have any trouble finding it. So if you are questioning what the peg looks like or where it is, chances are you have the version 4. Now the difference between the two as far as performance goes, version 4 is really good out of the box. It's a lot better than the version 3. The outer layers turn significantly better. It's faster and a lot smoother. The issue is that the inner slices still catch, which means that you're still going to have to end up doing the Consta mod and probably the Florian mod, and that's where the problem comes in. This cube sucks after you do the mods. It feels way too loose, and I've tightened this all the way, and it's just too loose. It got to the point where, actually I think I can still show you this. So you can see how the green layers are aligned right now. It's not as bad now, but yeah, you can see how it's now 90 degrees off just by turning the middle layer, see that, independently. And it's not as bad anymore, because what I ended up doing was I overlubed the cube just to make it seem tighter and therefore slower, which still makes the cube sucky. So I really don't recommend modding the V4, the version 4, not the VCube 4. The version 4, I think the version 3 modded is like the best 4x4 I've ever used. This is not good, but this is my backup for Toronto Open. This is my main, and yeah, that's just a quick note about the two different ShengShous. 5x5, I will be bringing 2. Main, backup, use this for Minnesota Open, got a 150 average, kind of hoping for like a 142, maybe even less than that average. And it's only been like a month or two since Minnesota Open 2012, but both are ShengShous, modded, Florian modded. This is a really nice cube. This is actually better but I like white big cubes, so I'm going to be using the white one for that reason. 6x6, it's not an event at TOS, but ShengShou 6x6, VCube 6, I don't think you guys knew I had this. I just got this. It's terrible. I don't recommend the ShengShou 6x6 at all, because from what I've heard, they're either really good or really poopy, like this one. If you mod them, it makes them better, but then at that point, just get a VCube 6 and mod that, because this is amazing, and this is meh. Out of the box, the ShengShou is better, but not significantly. I could barely turn this. It was actually, I don't know how I want to put it. This was smooth, but it couldn't turn. This was like super stiff, but at least it could turn. Kind of an interesting comparison, but I think the VCube 6 is actually better in a lot of ways, and certainly after modding, if you're going to have to mod both so extensively, I do think the VCube 6 is actually quite a bit better. 7x7, again, not competing in this, but I'm going to bring it to Toronto Open anyway. This is a ShengShou 7x7. Restickered it with CubeSmith half bright plus bright blue, and then I bought a bright orange single. It looks very sexy, like me. Just kidding, that's weird. Enough said. Pyraminx, bringing two. These are both QJs. The white one I think is better out of the box, but QJs are kind of hit and miss. This is going to be the main, the black one. It's not very good, but that's okay because I'm not very good at Pyraminx and fail. But yeah, Pyraminx is fun. It's one of my favorite events. Unfortunately, I suck. So yeah. And lastly, I'm going to bring a white QJ Megaminx. This is the version 2 as well. I like this one more than the black one because the black one is my mom's and I don't want to use my mom's. Actually, it's a hand-me-down to my mom. It was mine before. Anyway, not important. QJ, it's good. Haven't actually solved it yet, but it's good. I'll probably be solving this in the car. Oh, magic. I'm competing in this as well. This is a Lingao magic. Got it from Cube Depot, which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much the cube collection. The only thing I'm going to talk about now is just my goals for TOS, which is pretty much dumb because I'm going to achieve like none of them, but that's okay. 3x3, planning on getting, not placing, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I don't think I'm going to place in any event. I'll be lucky if I get top 10 because people there are actually very good at cubing, unlike Minnesota where people are kind of slow. No offense, Chris Olsen, who's almost world record 2x2. Anyway, I'm getting off track again. 3x3, probably just a 12.5 average. I've slowed down significantly. I'm barely sub 12 anymore, and certainly in competition, it's probably not going to happen. As far as singles go, I'll be very happy with a sub 10 single, but I'll be quite content with a sub 11 single as well. 4x4, hoping for like a 52 second average. But I'm pretty unstable with 4x4, so anything sub 1 will be nice. I think my official record is like 102 average, which I should be able to break very easily, and I'm excited for that. 5x5, hoping for sub 150 average, ideally sub 145 average, and probably like a 137 single. Don't know if any of that will happen, because I've been doing a lot of 4x4, which means my 5x5 sucks. Pyraminx, hoping for sub 8 average, sub 7 single, but I'll be content with sub 10 average and sub 9 single. Magic, sub DNF average is all I care about. The sole reason for me competing in this is to say that I competed in Magic before it gets removed from the official events list. So it doesn't really matter what times I get, so long as I get a full average. 2x2, don't care. Sub 10 average will be fine with me. Is that all the events? I think that's all of them. So, yeah, I'm not doing one-handed and blind because I can't do either of those effectively, and I would just be wasting the judge's time. So, yeah, that's it. again, if you're going to TOS, make sure you say hi, because I'm not going to. I am super shy. I'll probably be sitting alone, like a loser, because that's me in real life and on YouTube. Anyway, I'm not really a loser. You should actually say hi. And if you're wondering about that white cube, that's something special that I may or may not talk about in the future. For now, I'm not going to talk about it. So, here we go. Yeah, keep your comments not dirty. There were plenty of quotables, I believe, in this video, which is exactly why I did not go over the lubes I use, because that is just asking for trouble. Alright guys, until next time, which should be a cube review or a sticker review, yeah, toodles. I'm gonna try that again because that didn't sound right in my head. Toodles.